On continental leadership and governance, Kenya upholds the Africa Union's Constitutive Act, champions the Pan-African principle of developing and applying African solutions to African challenges, and vigorously promotes Africa's interests and positions in multilateral fora and on the global stage. As I have told you, as the current leader of the AU institutional reforms, we are committed to establishing a well-financed, assertive African Union capable of addressing the continent's challenges and advancing its strategic interests. Despite numerous challenges that have put multilateralism in a crisis, Kenya's commitment to multilateralism endures, and more than ever, we are now invested in strengthening it at both the regional and global level. In all these endeavors, our positions are firmly aligned with the founding principles and constitutive instruments of the African Union and the United Nations, while being guided by our national interest. As a member state and host country to major international institutions, including the UN, Kenya has a strong interest in championing for their further empowerment and reform. And that is why I have been in the forefront. And we have been as a country in the forefront in championing the reform of international architecture, whether it is the UN Security Council, multilateral banks and financial institutions, because we need to make them fairer, we need to make them much more responsive, and Kenya has a stake because we host the only UN headquarters in the global south here in Nairobi, and therefore our voice matters. We can speak authoritatively as a country on matters UN, on matters reform of the UN, on matters reform of the financial architecture of the world we live in today, because we have a first-hand experience on handling matters UN in Nairobi. And I am very proud that the UN headquarters in Nairobi is now going to be upgraded so that we can have better facilities to be able to deliver on the mandate that the UN facilities in Nairobi have been assigned. During the recent UN General Assembly Summit of the Future, Kenya reaffirmed the need to reform multilateral organizations and restructure the global financial architecture as a key to ushering our people into a just, inclusive, sustainable, and prosperous future. We firmly believe that the current financial system grossly underserves the deserving majority of the world's population and exacerbates economic crises and inequalities, with 1 in 3 developing countries at the risk of debt default. As a matter of policy, Kenya advocates for the establishment of a fairer and a more equitable financial system. And I am very proud of the strides we have made. There was a time people did not want to listen. Now we've taken the turn, and everybody now accepts that something must be done. I am happy that at the last, we are able to launch this foreign policy document, which celebrates our diplomatic achievements, analyzes current and emerging global dynamics, and also offers firm strategic guidance on the ways and means of undertaking successful initiatives.